Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, please like and subscribe. But for today's video, I'm going to tell y'all about all of my piercings that I have. So today I actually got a new cartilage piercing. So pretty much I got this first one back when I was in high school, so maybe like 7 years ago, I think. And it was like a pretty easy experience because I was like, I already have my holes, my ear holes, the regular ones. So I was like, let me get a cartilage because that's what everybody seems to be getting now. So we went to Piercing Pagoda in the mall. I always like thought it was like some fancy place and they had expensive jewelry or whatever. Whole time I think it only cost like $70 to get it done, plus the little stud or whatever. So my parents took me there, and at first it didn't hurt because whenever stuff happens to me in public, it's like I don't react, but it's like I'm reacting internally or whatever. So I got it pierced, and then it didn't hurt all when I was walking throughout the mall or anything. But as soon as I got home, it was throbbing, and then it took like maybe I think a whole year to heal because I think I was over cleaning it or whatever, and I had like a little keloid on there, but it eventually disappeared and now it's fine, right? So I've been occasionally putting piercings in this top hole, and then I was like, oh, let me get a second one. It was like maybe 3 years ago. I was like, let me get the second one too, right? So I went and got this one, but I think the guy who I went to, I don't know if he pierced it like crooked or whatever, because after it healed and I was like, oh, let me change it out, put some like different type of stud in there, I went to put the earring in and I couldn't find like the exit hole. Okay, so then I just got irritated and I was like, whatever, and I just let it close. So today when I went to get it pierced, I told her, I was like, oh, I want to get a third piercing because I know the first one is open, the second one is I know it's closed. So I was telling her, I was like, I want to get the second one re-pierced, and then I want to get a third one, right? Because I've heard people get two in the same day. So pretty much she was like, okay, well, the first one is definitely open, and I was like, bro, I just told you that, okay? And then she said the second one is closed because apparently they have like some little like needle type thing that they can see if the hole is opened, and then they slowly stretch it open and then they force the earring in there or whatever. So she tested to see if it was open, and it was closed like I told her, because I literally haven't worn anything in here in maybe like a year and a half or whatever. So then she had to re-pierce this one. It actually like low-key hurt, and I hope she pierced it like straight this time. And then I asked her, I was like, oh, can I get a third one too? And then she was like, oh, well, if the second one had problems, then maybe you should wait on getting the third one. And I was like, girl, the second one didn't have any problems. I literally let it close on purpose. So I was low-key irritated because I think for a piercing there at this place, I think it's called like Finders Keepers or whatever. So I got it pierced for $65 plus the jewelry, right? And then I bought another stud for this top hole, and that was $40 just for the stud. So in total, I paid like $137, something like that, for only basically one hole, right? So I was already irritated because I already thought I was walking in there to get like two piercings. So now I'm like, what the hell? So pretty much, I'm home now. I cleaned it or whatever. She sold me this little like antibacterial lotion soap because I have these like other sprays that I've been using. I already told her I had the sprays, and she was like, oh, well, when where we're from, the humidity is like really bad and sprays technically don't work well here. So let me sell you this antimicrobial lotion soap. So this is a soap that she sold me. It was like $15, I think. And I've never heard of selling a soap to clean a piercing because I have this piercing aftercare from the first place I went to, and then they also had like this like spray type thing, and then I even went to Walgreens and I bought this like pain relieving spray. So I already told her I had the sprays, right? So I don't know if she was just trying to like sell me the soap because I guess it's their brand, or if this like actually does help better. So this is a lotion soap. I pretty much had to rinse it in the shower, and I was like really careful because obviously like my hair be getting in the way, so I had to rinse that shit. And then she said like you need to push the piercing in and out, make sure the soap gets like in the hole, and then you rinse it off or whatever. And then she also gave me this little like cream type thing that you're supposed to put on it. It helps with like inflammation and reducing pain. It looks like a little like gel like balm type stuff. So, and obviously this is gonna last forever too, right, if I'm putting like a tiny amount on the piercing. So that's pretty much how I clean it, and I hope it heals fast, because I hate having like these boring ass studs, because then it looks like I just got the piercing whole time I've had like this one for years or whatever. So that's why I like changing it out, and I want to put a hoop in there. Same with my nose piercing. My nose piercing, I don't even know if it's still healed, bro, because it keeps like ripping out of my fucking nose, because it like the I have the L hook ones in right now, and it keeps like coming out easily. So I don't know if I need to put a screw back on there, but then it's like it's gonna be hard for me to take it out and whatever. So I use the ones with the L back on it. And I don't know if it's fully healed, because people be saying it takes like 6 months to a year, and you know, but I like changing my piercings. And she complimented me on my nose piercing too. She was like, oh my gosh, it looks so fancy. And I was like, girl, this is from Shein, what the fuck. But yeah, so I want to get more hoops for this, and I asked the girl at the shop, I was like, oh, how much do you sell like the nose hoops for? And she was like, okay, let me check the price of that. This one is $145. And I was like, bitch, what the fuck? So it's like, I know it's good to spend a lot of money because it's like real silver or real gold, and you know you're not going to get infected from it, and you know it's going to last a long time without like rusting or whatever. But me, I be changing my stuff out. Okay, I don't like wearing the same things for like years at a time. If I was wearing it the same thing for a year, then I would get that, like, because then that's like an investment pretty much. But since I like changing them, I don't really mind buying like the cheap stuff for it. So I don't know if I want to go back there. I told her I would be back to get my septum piercing, because like it was like women there, and I trust women doing stuff more than men, because whenever I get stuff by men, they're more heavy-handed or whatever, because I guess they just think that we don't feel pain. So I told her I would be back to get a septum piercing, hopefully, because she seems like she's actually experienced. But I think she said it's like $70 to get a septum piercing. So I was like, whole time I could go to like the first place I went to with the man for like $30. But at the same time, I don't know if he would pierce it properly. So that's the thing. So I might just end up going to her, because it's like a face piercing, and if he fucks up a septum, that's gonna fuck up my whole face, especially if it gets like infected and like whatever. So pretty much on this side, I only have a tragus piercing on this side. That's the one that the guy did, and he like shoved that needle through. I think this is one of my low-key one of my most painful ones. But it's low-key irritating, because I always wear headphones in my ears, so whenever I put my headphones in, this part like it pushes out because the bar is really long. And I know I could easily change it to like a flat back or something, but even if I change it, the bar will still be like pushed out a little bit. So I low-key want to take this one out and just let it close up, because I'm literally always wearing my AirPods or whatever. But then I think about like, oh, that's just like a waste of $30. Same way I let this one close up, which was a waste of $30. So those are pretty much all my piercings. And then I have my belly button pierced, and that one for me, it only hurt for like maybe the first hour, and then I drove home and I was perfectly fine. It healed really fast. I changed it really fast. At first I was kind of weirded out that I have a hole in my stomach, but then I got used to it, and I bought like a whole bunch of different like belly button rings and whatever. So those are the only piercings I have. The ones that I want are more cartilage. I don't know if I want to get them done like evenly on both sides, because I feel like my ears are low-key uneven. So I don't know, they would have to like line it up if I got like 2 on this side to match this side and whatever. But I do want to get like one of the inside ones, a conch, and then I want to get, I don't know, I low-key wanted like the double piercings, but I feel like my piercing holes are uneven because I got them pierced when I was a baby, thanks to my parents. So this one is like okay, but this one is like right in the middle of my earlobe, so that's why I've never gotten my second holes pierced, or else I would have. And then I thought about getting the one that's like in the middle of your lip, but then they were saying that you can't wear lip gloss for like 6 months, and I don't want my lips being dry as hell. So I don't know. Other than that, I feel like I'm pretty done. I might get like a conch on this one. Since the tragus is already inside, messing up my damn AirPods, I might as well just get something else inside, you know. and then, or I could get like a flat, like, and have like a big thing right there. But I don't know, I gotta plan out all my piercings, because whenever I get something, I don't just get things like on impulse. I'm not thinking about like, oh, let me get my cartilage pierced and then I go get it the next day. Like, when I actually get things done, it's because I've been thinking about it the past 2 years, because I'm indecisive. Okay, so, and I be paying with all my stuff in cash too. But anyways, definitely gotta plan some more appointments. I gotta plan my tattoo appointments, because I'm trying to do a thing where I get like a tattoo or a piercing like on my birthday or whatever. So who knows what that's gonna be. So y'all gonna have to stay tuned for all of that. So thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.